Hello friends and greetings from Da Nang, Vietnam. It's a beautiful day. It's a bit overcast with the sun coming out here and there. I just have some announcements to make and a bit of some confessions. So the first thing is that I am finally leaving Vietnam. Here in Asia, in different countries, there's a time limit on visas. And every 3 months you have to make what's called a visa run. You have to leave the country and come back to renew your visa. This time, I've already done one, but it was expensive and just to stay in the country. And this time I'm leaving the country for a while for two reasons. Well, mainly because I would spend the same amount of money on a normal visa run than I would if I went on to some other country. So in this case, I'm going back to Bali, Indonesia. I love it there, as you guys know. And for photography, it's absolutely amazing. It's actually a little better than Vietnam, although this is super beautiful, as you can see. This is Da Nang. That's the coast of Da Nang. It's very beautiful today. But Bali is a little more scenic, let's say, for photography, a little more varied. So that's one of the reasons I'm going. Another reason on the music front is that I have several projects that I want to complete from there. I have access to several recording studios there that are interested in doing something with me. So it's a double whammy of why I'm heading to Bali. Of course, I have friends there. I have friends now in Vietnam, wonderful friends, and it's been an amazing experience. I love it here too. So yeah, it's tough because everywhere you go, you make friends and you start to love the places. I mean, look at this. This kind of a beach I'm not going to have in Bali because I live like 2 blocks from here. At night I come out, I take an hour-long walk on the beach. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm getting off the subject. One of the reasons that I came to the conclusion to leave Vietnam is because I've recently encountered a few health issues that have nothing really to do with Vietnam. It had to do with my screw-ups. I had a real tough battle with GERD. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like acid reflux. It was really bad. I ended up in the hospital like 4 times. The hospitals here in Vietnam are outstanding, really great. And it was brought on by a case of bronchitis. I got bronchitis, which had me coughing for like 2 weeks, and that threw out my whole system. And if you don't know what GERD is, it's your lower there's a valve in your stomach that doesn't close properly because of stress or many things can cause it. But it causes the acid from your stomach to come up in your esophagus, and it was quite horrible. It went to my throat. I couldn't talk. I was choking. I woke up one morning at 2 in the morning, completely choking, couldn't breathe. It was really horrible. I mean, if you guys investigate what this is, it's a nightmare. So, long story short, I battled it. I didn't do anything the medical doctors told me to do. I went totally holistic. I went totally natural. I fought it with foods and supplements. And one of my friends here, V, she's actually here on the channel. If you notice, I have a video with her. She helped me a lot recover because she's like a food specialist an amazing chef. She has a line of teas, and she knows so much about healing the body and how it works. I mean, she really helped me in everything with this situation. I can't explain how scary it was, because I've never had any health issues, and well, what caused it, besides the bronchitis, I think, I'll get a little bit of wind here, I hope you guys can hear me. What caused it a little bit also was I was working out a lot at the gym, doing heavy weights and drinking a ton of coffee, because here in Vietnam the coffee is unbelievable, outstanding. So a combination of bronchitis, working out way too much, putting incredible strain on my abdomen, coffee, which relaxes the valves in your stomach, that was a combination that really did me in. So it's been 2 months since that whole episode, and now, as you can see, I can talk again. I can breathe normally. There's still some issues, but I've really made a ton of progress. And when I went to sit back down on the kit, it's like I was reborn. Well, at first I couldn't play out fully because it was hard to breathe, and it was nuts. It was crazy, man. It was really nuts. But now I can fully play out again, and I tell you, it's like a blessing to be able to play. It's truly a blessing to be able to play. And I'm also convinced that getting back on the kit as soon as possible really helped my recovery as well, because you have your circulation, your blood circulates better, and you have mental acuity from playing drums, and all these things that occur. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm gonna put the mic on. Hang on a second. Okay, I've taken refuge from the wind here in this palm tree area, and yeah. As I was saying, when I got faced with the situation that I couldn't play because of health reasons, it was really wacky. It really messed with my brain. And when I sat down to play again, it was so amazing. Little by little, I was recovering by playing. Yeah. Anyway. Don't want to get too deep into that story, but if you're interested in how I recovered from GERD in only 2 months, something that seems to be, for some people, takes a long time. I mean, I'm not like 100% yet, but it's incredible the amount of progress I've made. Anyway, being reborn on the kit is amazing. Absolutely amazing experience. You have to forgive me if I'm getting a little emotional here. It's a good thing I got my glasses on. Anyway, I think that playing drums is such a privilege and honor. It's such a beautiful thing to do in life. Despite the hardships, despite the the money situations sometimes, I don't know if you're lucky, you get in a band, and pop band or rock band, and there are some millionaires, I guess, out there. Even session guys that are millionaires or whatever. But I think for the vast majority of people, it's not about the money. It's about a labor of love, and that can affect your life also in many ways. For example, maybe you can't buy a house, or maybe you don't have the nicest car. The guys with the nicest cars usually can't play. Okay, I said it. Because they're busy making money, doing things for money. I mean, that makes sense. And the guys that are really out there making it happen, the majority, not everybody, have the best gear in a real shit car. So yeah, Bali, Indonesia is also very beautiful, and it's a place that really inspires me. It's a place that is spiritually, I think, on a very high level spiritually, for those of you who want to seek that out. Of course, there's the party section of the island and all that stuff, but man, it's really a very special place. So I plan on being there maybe a couple of months, and perhaps, depending on what's going on, coming back to Vietnam. I'm not sure if I'm going to come back to Da Nang though, maybe Hanoi. So that's the situation. That's what's going on. A little update for you. I've been getting questions from people about the lesson site. If you want to have a video consultation with me about how I can help you the most on the lesson site, or the elite program or the regular program, unfortunately I'm not able to do private lessons because I'm always traveling. But I do online lessons. I do Zoom and hand consultations for anybody that's interested. But your best bet, I think, is to join the lesson site if you really want to study with me, because you just have all the material that I would go over anyway in person is on there, and a whole lot more. Blah blah. I don't want to make this about a commercial, but it's kind of an important video for me, because I really had, my doubts about divulging my battle with that, with GERD. It was a very personal, scary time. I'm sure you guys have gone through things like that, so I'm probably not saying anything new to the guys that have been around for a while. But it is scary, and it is a joy when you recover from things like that. So with that in mind, we're going to call it on this video, and I would love to hear from you. Any comments? Again, if you want to know how I dealt with my GERD situation, I'm happy to make a video about it, or tell you about it on email, or whatever you need if you're going through the same thing. Everybody is different, of course, and what worked for me might not work for you or whoever. I mean, So anyway, I guess that's the main point I'm trying to make. If it can help other people to talk about this situation, then that's awesome. Look at this beautiful place. It's really windy because a storm is coming. So I'm going to head back to the pad. And have an afternoon tea. All right, my friends. See you soon.